Hello and welcome, finally, to D&D with High School Students Season 3. I am the malevolent Dungeon Master. No, that's not true. I'm not that mean. I am Bill Allan, and with me are the cast of Season 3, the cast members, in fact, who you have probably met watching all of the videos leading up to this very momentous moment. Momentous occasion? Yes. So, brief introductions around the table. We shall go to my left, Neely.
So I'm playing Mantra, who is a Tiefling Paladin, and we're all level 3, right?
Yes.
And my background is as an Outlander.
Excellent. And we have Beecher, who is...
We'll be playing Olin, the fallen Aasimar Warlock.
And your background is Hustler. No, I'm just kidding.
Criminal.
Criminal.
No.
Well, basically.
Yeah,
Same
essentially.
thing. All right, and then on that side of the table, we have Antonio Klaczynski. And Tony, tell us who you'll be playing.
Cool. So my name is Caedmon. I'm a level 3 bard. I'm a folk hero.
Yeah.
And I'm also a forest gnome.
A folk hero and a forest gnome.
That's how I like it, though.
Excellent.
Alliteration.
Okay.
Id.
And then continuing around the way, we have Skyla.
I am Alyksia. I am a Druid, level 3. I'm a wood elf, and I'm an entertainer.
An entertainer.
Yes.
Playing the something stringed instrument. I don't remember. Mandolin?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm a poet, so I'm really cool.
A poet. A singer-songwriter, if you will.
Yes.
All right. Finally, we have to my immediate right, chock full of snacks, is Matthew. Matthew, who, in fact, are you playing?
Okay, I am playing Yomi, the Dragonborn Sorcerer, who is an Outlander.
Yes. All right, back to me. So, people, you all, in your different prelude adventures, those little mini adventures, have been heading towards the capital of the righteous domain of Kabul Kailish. And so Kabul Kailish is the country that you're in. It's not a kingdom. It's a theocracy. So it's ruled by a whole group, a hierarchy of clerics, of holy people, right? And the foremost of those is His Holiness Kor Paigambar, who is a Dragonborn, a male Dragonborn. And his honorary title is the Chosen of Water, which means the water goddess Vusaik kind of invested her belief, and likewise the people of Kabul Kailish see him as not only their national leader, but their spiritual leader. It'd be like if the Pope was in charge of like an entire country. You guys were coming into town with the
it's your
farmer,
time.
right?
So-
You guys get within a mile of Poytaxt Shahar, and you
Where
can
did I write
see it
that?
on the horizon.
Wait.
And likewise, from a slightly different direction, you guys are traveling along, and you get within a mile of Poytaxt Shahar, and you're on one of the main roads leading in, and you can see this massive city unfolding before you.
Where's Beecher?
And you're already there, but we'll get to you. All right, so each one of you guys kind of approaches the city from a different direction.
Yeah.
Now, let me explain a little bit more about what you see as you're getting there. So remember that you have come during a very busy time, because this is it's kind of the fall equinox celebration. So there's all sorts of trade happening,
Isn't
right?
that like today or something, or like this
No,
week?
it was. It
No,
was,
like in
it was
our
like
real
in
world?
September.
Yeah.
22nd.
It was
It
a
was.
while ago
Wasn't
in our
me.
real world. So you guys have come during a very busy time of the year. First of all and foremost, because this is kind of a very religious like theocracy, there are tons of pilgrims who are making their way, as they do probably, most of them can only afford to do this once a year maybe, but more wealthy, more affluent, noble people can afford to go to the capital pretty regularly, right, every season. And there are all sorts of pilgrims, religious pilgrims, coming to the capital simply to go to the temple district so that they can pay homage to the gods and all that kind of fancy stuff. There's tons of merchants, tons of traders and people who are coming to the city simply because the city swells in population at this time with all these tourists, right? And then, of course, all the local people who are there all the time are always, looking to make this the most exciting time, right? And typically, for the equinox, for the week leading up to it, as people are coming, I want you to imagine it as being the same as like Black Friday. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you go to shops, there's just tons of people out in the streets. There's like bazaars and marketplaces that spring up, right? There's smells of spices and food everywhere. You hear music down like every corner, and there's celebrations going on all the time. There are parades, like every other block in the city. There's some parade with some local shrine or some temple. There's just tons of things going on. There's acrobats and jugglers and entertainers. Imagine like Bourbon Street mixed with Black Friday, mixed with like the 4th of July. Like there's literally fireworks. Like there's just all sorts of things going on in the
All
capital.
right,
at this time.
meta moment.
Yes.
Why does Tony have a guitar?
You know what? I asked Bill, and Bill said yes to the guitar. I said, Bill, no guitar, right? And Bill said, bring your guitar. So and then I forgot to play background music the whole
You're
time.
gonna be dead.
Tell me why
Meta
Tony would
moment.
have a guitar right now.
Because his character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's
multiple
gonna kill
guitars.
himself.
He's a multi-instrumentalist.
Also, I got onto the show.
We
by
start
playing
singing
guitar.
or-
Eat your food and drink your drink, and we'll be good.
Yeah. Okay, so let me explain to you guys, because I have mentioned in your preludes that each one of you has been to the Capitol before. So this is not a completely new experience, but to set the ground, you guys know that the Capitol, this sprawling metropolis, is broken up into 6 different distinct areas, okay? One of them is the Western Gate District. So on the western side of the city is a massive ancient stone wall with a huge gate. And it's one of the biggest roads because there's 2 kingdoms to the west. There's the kingdom of Hootsi and the kingdom of Mala, can't remember. Give me a second.
Maligmanov.
Thinking.
Bill, do you remember that?
Yes.
That's good.
So there's two kingdoms that feed along this main western road.
Okay.
So the Western Gate and the district around it is just a massive area. There are probably 10,000 residents. So there are shops, there are marketplaces and bazaars, there are temples all throughout this area. On the eastern side of the city is what they call the Old Quarter. So this is kind of I don't want to say it's the ghetto, but let's just say that it's the older part of the city. The
The
buildings
ethnic
are older, a lot of
Dilapidated.
them are disrepair, but at the same time, it's a very vibrant cultural area because it's a melting pot for a lot of the people from other areas and a variety of races who come to the city looking to make their fortune and have work, that kind of stuff. Then you have the Palisades District, which is to the north, and there's basically a series of wooden walls that used to be part of an old fort. The fort is out of commission, but there are people who live in this district, who trade in this district, all that kind of stuff. The Citadel of the Chosen is kind of in the dead center of the city, and this is where His Holiness Kor Paigambar lives. It's where the military complex is. It's where each of the major temples is located, and all the administrative kind of government buildings. And then the last one is the Temple District, which is, second to last one is the Temple District. And the Temple District it's not just temples, right? But there are a bunch of major temples in this district. But then there are a lot of craftsmen and artists. It's kind of like I want to say it's kind of like a utopian quarter. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different religious groups and temples there, but there's also like artists and performance spaces. Like there are a few theaters and a few
It's Columbia.
like amphitheaters. Yeah. So and then the last district is to the south, and that's the port quarter. So the body of water that comes up to the south comes up not right to the city. This is not a port city. It's not right on the water, but there's a harbor, and then about 2 miles in is the city. So in between the harbor and the city walls is a whole nother section of the population where there are probably like 5,000 people who work and live, variety of different warehouses and shops and stuff like that, but also like quarters where people live. So it's an immensely vibrant city. Now I want you to imagine the architecture and layout of this city, because it's built on basically the money that the temples collect, right? So inside the walled city are huge buildings made of stone, marble, columns, big domed roofs. So it's very, think like ancient classical world, like ancient Greece, Babylonian stuff. There are tons of like water gardens. There are just random like gardens where, you know, there are different fruit trees and stuff. Because remember, this is a very Mediterranean climate, so it's warm, it's sunny. There are even like art installations where there's like sculpture gardens that go for like hundreds of yards, right? And some of them are sculptures of like the gods, and some of them are more, you know, sculptures of like abstract kind of things influenced by nature. So all of this is the setting. Poytaxt Shahar is where you guys are arriving. And you're all arriving kind of like late morning. So people are up, the city's bustling, it's full of energy. In the prelude, you guys were on your way to the city.
Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
on our
Which
way
is
to the city.
A
Why?
relatively normal thing.
I hear there's
no,
this festival
and
going
we're
on, but
going because of the old man we have told us that he's gonna let us stay at the capital and repay us for
We
it.
have.
so
Remember?
if we
That's true.
didn't accept his offer, we wouldn't have had to come here.
We
No,
were going there
you were
anyways.
you were kind of on your way there anyway.
Yeah, why? What
for
business
the,
do I have in the
the
capital?
festival.
We're just enjoying the festival?
You also, as Outlanders, remember that you also know that a lot of times when people come together in the capital is when other kind of things happen. Intrigue. A lot of adventures have sprung up from the capital. You know oftentimes that there are literally companies who will hire people who are willing to take chances and take risks. And that is just one of the many reasons why people go to
Okay,
the
see,
capital
that makes sense. That's
during
why-
this very busy
I just want to
time.
know why I was here.
Yeah. And also, as somebody who's interested in the occult and the arcane, you know that to the east of Kabul Kailash is a country called the Mantirum. And the Mantirum is a mageocracy. It's governed by wizards. And usually there's delegations from the Mantirum who come to the fall equinox. So a lot of times,
remember.
one of the biggest draws for people like
Starts with
yourself,
a T.
or for bards who maybe are interested in lore, is the lure of the arcane. And the Mantirum being a country founded on arcane magic, a lot of times those people bring their goods, enchanted things, and scrolls and potions and all sorts of alchemical things to sell in the capital.
That's dope.
So there are lots of different reasons. You know, all these different people from different cultures and different races have gathered to this very central metropolis of a city. So, you and you are actually making it through the gate. And your ward, this man who you've protected for the last 2 days as you've traveled to the capital, is extremely gracious. And he invites you guys to his family's home. So
Okay.
you guys actually make your way to kind of a nicer part of the city. It's within the Western Gate district. So, but they have like a very nice manor. Imagine like it's not a castle, but it's, you know, imagine like an 8-bedroom house. So it's kind of like a very large house with a lot of sprawling living space and walls around it and huge gardens and a really nice pond with animals and stuff like that. So you're welcomed into his home. You guys are provided with rooms. They have servants there who, like, they run baths for you. They clean your clothes for you. You have these like nice silk robes while they're like doing your laundry and stuff. You have this great meal, and the man thanks you again for rescuing him. And he after this great feast, you spend the night there, and then basically in the morning they welcome you to like breakfast, and then he now looking much more cleaned up. You guys are all cleaned up. You have all your stuff back, and he basically says to you, I am so grateful for the care and kind, generous protection that you provided for me. I'm not sure I can ever repay you, but please know that anytime you would like to be guests, you are welcome in my home. And also, I would feel dishonored if you didn't accept this small gift from me, that you may enjoy your time in the capital here. He gives each of you a gem, and it looks pretty fat, like it might be worth a lot of money.
I was gonna say good because we were promised some money.
Yeah, well, this is better than money because it doesn't go chink, chink, chink in a bag. It's just a gem, but it's fat and it looks like it's worth a lot of money. So go ahead and write down emerald.
Fat.
You each get a emerald. And then basically he hugs you and kisses you.
No.
Does that make you uncomfortable?
I literally
The
did
second
that.
you said it,
Just to make him understand.
He doesn't really do that.
We get handshakes. That's what we do. No.
He gives you his fondest blessings
Thank you.
and hopes that you have a great celebration here in the city. So you guys basically leave. Okay, you guys
Right.
get to the capital, and your farmer friend is like, he's like, please come to my family's home, and you go to the old
Wait,
the old.
he's not from the city, though.
But he has cousins there.
Okay. Right.
So you go to the old district, which is not as affluent, but he has a very modest, there's like a modest cottage. It's like a 2-room cottage. And he goes there, and his uncle and aunt are there, and a few of his cousins. And they greet you very warmly. They're generous. You have like a nice humble stew and some fresh baked bread and stuff like that. And he offers you like a spot to sleep in the home. He's gonna actually sleep on a cot outside in the backyard. So you guys kind of rest there, and you're able to enjoy your time there.
Why is he going outside? We're only like, I'm like this big.
Yeah,
dude.
that's
like,
true.
I could probably go sleep outside.
But I'm not.
That's fair, but that's
He's
what
like
I'm
a
saying.
foot
like,
tall?
there's 2 people. Yeah, dude.
He's like 2.5 feet
I'm
tall.
like,
He's like this
I'm-
big.
Yeah.
He's
What is that gonna do?
like
He's about
Matt.
2.5.
We fight people. What is that gonna do
he's
when
about
we
2.5
fight
feet
people?
tall.
He jumps on them.
He can
Well, I don't know, what do you do,
feel
Matt?
bad about
Like-
It's
yourself.
his race. His race is like small.
Yeah.
These are my small
We
jokes.
could have made
He's a
such
forest
badass
gnome.
people.
Okay, so you guys have a fantastic
You have
evening.
one dagger. That's all you have.
Two.
You be quiet now. Stop. You have a fantastic evening. You spend the night in their family cottage. The next morning you have a breakfast, and then he shakes your hands and wishes you a wonderful fall equinox celebration. And then you guys kind of head out on your own
Okay.
into the city. Beecher, you were pulled to the city. You were guided. That there was something there, right? You were following something. And you followed, and you noticed that there was even more quotient. And you followed, and you realized that following any closer could be hazardous to your health. So you kind of went to the city where it would be safe, behind the walls. Because you know the barbarians, as big as they might assemble a horde, they've never attacked a walled city. They just have never done that. So you go to the city, right?
Wait, why are the quotient after him?
They weren't. He just saw something. So you
We're not gonna be able
get
to
into the city, right? And you have a safety deposit box, let's say, at a bank. Remember,
Yeah.
where you have certain stuff stored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go there, you check on it, everything's there. The whole chest is full of stuff. It's not a box, it's a huge chest because you have things in there. And then you kind of find like a moderate place to stay, an affordable place to stay that's not too expensive. You spend the night, you get rested up. The next morning you have breakfast, and then you're out and about on your day.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are walking. You're in the Western Gate District. It's bumping. It's just all sorts of activity and noise and smells and people. And you come across 2 performers who are sitting up on top of some crates, and a crowd is gathered around. One of them is a wood elf. She is playing the mandolin, and she's reciting poetry while she's playing.
I'm doing a jig.
Oh,
The other one-
you two.
And the other one,
What? Did you not put that
Keep
together?
Walking.
Oh
and
my
the other
god.
and the other one is
What?
a forest gnome who is doing a dance, and people, like, this crowd is massive. They're dancing, like, they're clapping along with
Like-
it, and yeah, hey, and they're all happy. So you see this, and you see that they're kind of there, they're hanging out. You see this crowd approach, and you're walking through the Western Gate District on the way back from the bank, and you see this duo playing music, and a large crowd is gathered around them.
Okay.
So you're just passing by.
Okay.
Neely, let's keep walking.
Yeah. I mean, we could stop for a second and be like, yep, that's
Good.
people singing, and then leave. Like, we can be like, yep, we saw
We have
that.
no reason
That's
to
so
be here.
The
rude.
song
Check out my SoundCloud.
The song concludes,
Sorry.
everybody claps, everybody cheers, and you know, some people walk away, some people shout like, play another one, and everybody make a perception roll. So that would be the D20, and then you're going to add perception, that number, to your roll.
Do I have
A 1, great way to start off the campaign.
Oh, I have.
Let's see.
People are going to be so disappointed in me.
Oh,
14.
20.
What
Did you
about
roll a
passing?
20?
I did roll a 20.
Is this a 20?
A nat.
Wig flew.
You're way
Now she gets to
Yay.
roll. So she gets to roll again, or that's only for.
I got
numbers.
25 now.
7.
25.
Oh, but it's an 8. 'cause I have a
Who has a
plus
total over 15?
No, I have 15.
Matthew
Oh,
was
15
screwed.
counts.
25.
We're good.
Okay, so here's the thing. You were playing, right? And you're sitting next to her, and you're about to
pipe.
tell Mantra,
brown
like,
rat.
hey, let's go, let's keep moving. And you're just watching,
That's my new method.
so you notice something.
That was such a
There's
good
there's a person, as like, you know, as the song finished up, people move it around, there's a person standing, like, kind of in the crowd, but sort of like 5 feet in front of you, who looks like a normal human size. They're wearing a black hooded cloak, and it's pulled all the way around them.
Sketchy.
And you notice that
It's flying.
the cloak is loose, but there's like things moving underneath it. It'd be like if I went like this. Look, watch.
That gives me like the
Okay.
heebie-jeebies.
Yes.
I don't like it.
It's Remy from
You notice this,
Ratatouille.
and because you rolled a nat 20,
Yeah.
you also hear a sound. And it's not,
I'm not.
you hear a sound underneath this cloak that's like crackling. Like if you took like a bunch of Fritos and you crackle them up,
Like he was just eating that whole
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
ASMR.
like
And
that
he like,
sound. Yeah.
yeah.
So not only do you see this moving under the cloak, but you're on the front side. And the weird thing is that you're looking
Cut
at
that
this
out.
person, and the cloak comes all the way down over their face. You can't even see a face. Yeah, but like a lot. Imagine like 30 of those being crackled.
Now, is it
Oh,
like
no.
scattering?
How are people not noticing this? I would totally notice
So,
this.
so at this point, you see this, and you
Yeah.
get this sense that something is not quite right.
Right.
And we don't.
Can we
And
ask?
Because we
you're
rolled bad.
like, well, I'll give you. You get one. The people who made the perception roll get one round. You get one action where you could decide what you want to do.
Just don't
You
look at
could
me.
tell
man. I don't know.
someone. You could. What?
So like, if I tell someone something, is that my
Dude, no,
one
we should go
thing?
check it out,
Yes.
dog. We'll bring Hank.
And
I'll
then
tell
my
him.
thing could
Dude,
be telling him
pigs are really
something, but
smart,
to actually
right?
do something,
So I'll
we
just
have
be like,
to
yo,
like,
Hank, go. Oh,
Well,
I
I-
send the pig to check it
Yeah,
out.
so like,
She hasn't told you anything.
No, I would
Oh,
tell
that's
him.
right.
if
Yeah.
I wanted
Okay,
to say,
so-
That's what
I
you
would
should
do.
tell me.
Yeah, we're in a band.
Dude,
we
you
slow down.
can't even do anything because you didn't roll
Slow
high
down.
enough.
Skyla
Oh,
had
hey,
the
I can
highest
talk
roll.
to
Calm down.
pigs.
Matthew,
goes
quiet. Skyla had the highest roll.
Yeah.
So
T.
you would now tell Caedmon
Yeah.
what you want to say.
I
Go
would
ahead.
say that I see and
Wrong
hear.
camera. Wrong camera. It should be on the camera of Skyla. There we go. Go ahead.
I see and hear something coming from the person's coat,
And I'm like,
and I don't know what it is.
And she points to
I
this
can't-
cloaked person whose hood is pulled all the way down their face. You cannot see like
His face.
their skin, their face. You can't see their hands because it's like folded around them.
Yeah.
Now my
That's what she does. She tells you. Now what do you do, Matthew?
He saw it too, and
Saw
heard
Alright,
it
it.
I have some questions. Well, you need to tell me
Meta?
what. No,
Meta.
yeah, you need to tell me what qualifies as one action.
You can describe to someone what you saw. You can take an action. You can move.
No, tell me.
So can I move and
I mean-
get her attention?
Yes.
An
you can
action is
move,
about
but
6
she's right
seconds.
next to you. But
Oh.
go ahead.
Like just grab her and then start walking
But
the
like
other way.
Loki.
Like, So
Be
be
like-
like, let's go.
Yes, so you can grab her and then tell her
Okay.
as you're walking
Just
away.
be like, let's go, and then I'll tell her what happens. Like,
Tell her.
I'll just be like, there's some sketchy dude. He was wearing this black like cloak thing, and things were like moving inside his cloak, and it was super sketchy. We didn't have any reason to be there. We need to get
And
out
cut.
of here.
So
And
now,
then we left.
And then we left.
now we will roll initiative, people. So there's the D20 again, and you look at your sheet and it says initiative and a plus something. So you roll and you add the plus something.
Initiative
Where's
plus
initiative?
2.
Where's initiative?
18.
Top middle
17.
by speed.
Hey.
Oh, okay, yeah, plus 3.
Hey, 21.
13.
I got a 4.
18.
All right,
But it's a
slow
7.
down.
You get a
So what I do is I
21.
count from top down.
19
So
plus
who
2.
had over a 20? What did
21.
you have? 21? Okay. Who had 19? 18? 17? 17?
Yeah.
16? 15? 14? 13? 12? 11? 10?
Tony had
9?
4.
You had a 4?
I got a 4, but plus 3,
Oh.
so it's a 7.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what we were doing, Tony.
So, Matthew, you are going to go
Oh,
first
I
in
had
initiative.
16.
So it's going to go you, Beecher,
Let's get it
Neely,
started.
Skyla, Tony. Well,
Dice are
That's going to be
Skyla.
so confusing.
cloaked
No.
person. Tony.
1,
No, don't worry, I got it all
2,
here.
Wait,
Okay.
what are we
3,
doing?
4,
All right,
5.
so Matthew,
Are you the clock?
as you're walking,
Yes.
as you are walking Mantra away, and Mantra's like, "What's going on?" And you're like, "There's a sketchy guy," and you explain what's happening. You hear this like bigger cracking sound. Like imagine somebody having a block of ice and dropping it off of a roof, and it hits the
Oh.
concrete. It's like, right? And you turn around and you see just a bunch of things bursting out of this cloak, and they're about this tall, and they're red. Basically, imagine
called
like
it.
a
I called
red-skinned baby with horns
It's the dwarves.
and
It's the
fangs.
Or the...
It's
no,
not
it's
the
not.
dwarves. A red-skinned
damn it.
baby with horns and fangs and really long claws.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not sure, but a bunch of them just burst out of this cloak and
I
start
have the
ripping
exact idea
everybody
what this
apart.
looks like.
So,
Beecher.
what do? You see
So,
this happening.
Are
How
they,
close?
are they like
bursting out.
coming at me? Are they
You
going
guys,
at
you
anyone?
guys started walking.
Okay.
You're 15 feet away, so you can
Okay.
easily
Like,
get to them
so-
to
so-
attack them.
Or
And
not.
all I see is them just like starting to come out, or are they like doing something? What are they like doing?
They're not just bursting out and be like, "Hey, everybody, it's a trick." They're like,
Like they're like flying
yeah.
around, like going batshit.
Yes, these ones don't have wings, so they burst out of this cloak.
These-
How
and
many
they're,
are
they're,
there?
s- They're claws and they have fangs, and they're just jumping out, like basically exploding outwards to attack everybody
See,
around them.
so
How
you want to know
many
what
are
my
there?
You
gut
figure
is?
there's maybe 10,
And
possibly
what's the
12.
damage like?
You don't know. I'll
So
let you make an arcane roll.
Bill.
Go ahead. Anybody who has
does that
proficiency in
mean?
arcane, whether you have it or not, it's
This
one of
one?
your proficiencies. Look at arcane.
I
Arcana.
have
Yeah,
3.
Arcana. You
Okay.
can take a roll and then add your bonus if you have it. Go ahead.
Does this count as... Do they count as small beasts?
Yes.
They do?
Wait,
So I can
only if
talk
it's
to 'em.
filled in.
we do it
No,
too?
I'm sorry, they're not small beasts.
10.
Arcana.
They're not.
11.
They're not.
Yeah, only
I was gonna like
Seven,
try to
eight
become... I'd be like, yo, what are you doing?
Bro, what do you want me to roll Arcana for?
Arcana.
4? What?
The damage.
To see if you know what these things are.
Oh, okay. 7.
I have 10.
Oh, I got 10.
Same.
Plus zeros. I was
Tony,
like,
do you roll?
Only
No,
if
I
it's
didn't.
filled in or no? Just
No, you can roll regardless of
Ooh,
what
my
it's
bad.
filled in.
Oh, I got a plus
Rep.
3, so I got a 14.
Good job, Tony.
I got a
Yeah, I'm
5.
stepping up.
Tony, can I actually
Or
play the
6.
guitar?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely not.
Stop being.
I literally said the same exact thing as you.
There's
Absolutely
like...
not.
See,
Absolutely
these strings are
Stop
pointy.
being
I don't know
you.
how I feel about trusting you with
Cut
these
Fine,
that out.
I'm bringing the bagpipes next episode because that's
That's
my.
fine.
Did you get them? Did you get
Bring
them?
the back.
No way.
I have
Oh,
bagpipes.
I was
not,
like,
in real
Can you
life
play?
in the game.
Yeah, but
No,
you
I've
need to
never
bring.
tried,
You
no.
should get them.
You can't play the guitar, and that hasn't stopped you. So I'll
Did
just-
anybody have? Did anybody have a 15 or higher?
I have 14.
14. Okay. You are not sure. You are not sure what these things are, but they are definitely violently attacking everything and everyone around them. So,
Okay.
Matthew, you want initiative.
So
Tell
my
me what you're gonna
okay,
do.
so my gut feeling is to just keep walking, but I know
No.
that is not
sorry,
that
I
is
know what to
not
do.
the right thing to do.
Yes.
So
So what are
I'm
you going
probably gonna have to do some spells on these bad boys.
on these.
Okay.
But there's
Wait,
people all
Matt,
around.
do you have sleep? Because that would be the move right now.
You know what I'm
There's
doing?
like a
This.
ton
Wouldn't
of
it?
them. There's a
do have
bunch of
sleep.
them.
Okay, well, I have one that's literally called sleep.
Yeah.
So I have.
Make
How
some
many
math.
people
Make a
can
Yeah,
it?
that's the
person go to
first level.
sleep.
Okay.
One person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matthew,
pretty
read
much.
sleep.
Everyone within 15 feet, which is what it sounds like
So
Matt
you
is
could have
the
a
distance.
bunch of people.
Well,
He has
he
an
would
app.
sleep.
Everyone around
The
him.
way the spell works is that he would sleep anybody in that area.
So within.
Yeah,
like, a
I don't care
15
about
foot-
these like random people.
Yeah, no, I just.
No, put them all to sleep and then just kill the bad ones.
Okay, so hold off. Are you going to do sleep?
Yeah.
Good. Read it for the benefit of everyone.
The spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of
Everybody
a point
find
you
your
choose
D8
within range are affected.
and then hand it to Matthew. He can count up 5 of them. That's a D10, Neely. It's
Oh.
close. It's that one. There you go.
I don't want yours. Yours looks like the color of dirty piss.
That's right. It is. That's why I use
Is
it.
this 8?
I call it my pee dice.
No, it's 10.
Pee on it.
Tony, pour them all out. Just
Dude,
pour them all
I
out.
Just pour them all out.
Tony didn't
Right
even
there.
charge his dice.
Yeah, Tony's stupid. Tony's gonna roll bad.
All right. So you have your dice?
Yes.
All right, now roll. And you want to roll high because this is the total
This is
number.
badass,
Please.
right?
Like, please.
This is the total number of people you can put to sleep.
Wait, I could have done it with the fidget.
2.
No.
Oh, rip.
Some of those suck and some of them are okay. So
Most of them
14,
suck.
16, 18, 21.
How'd you
was
do
sick.
that?
Because I played D&D when I was growing up, see?
And you learned something.
Math.
I was only like
19.
4,
That's why I add up things so
12.
fast. All right, now, so that's not bad.
It's not good.
Bad.
But you kind
So
of suck.
I'm gonna roll because I know how many there are.
Rip.
You see 2 of the people that were in the audience fall asleep, and 3 of the little red devil things fall asleep.
How many red devils are there?
10, did you say? 40.
Yeah,
You
but
said
like,
10.
give me like an
I said
approximate.
10 to 12.
Approximation.
Okay.
Okay. These nuts. Who's that?
Okay, so Matthew, your quick thinking
Oh.
allows for a couple people to fall asleep and 3 of these
How
little
long do they
devils to
stay
fall
asleep?
asleep
But me and Mantra just keep walking.
for
like, really.
long enough
Bad
until
news.
they wake up. All right, Beecher, you are next in initiative order. You see this madness unfold, and you see a Dragonborn who is just in the audience, just turn and he's like, "Ha, kaza libra," and like people just fall asleep.
Okay. I am going to Eldritch
sees the
Blast
other
one of
guys
them.
too,
One of
right?
the little. I'm gonna like recognize that we're fighting these, and then Eldritch Blast
How?
one.
Begin.
Good call, Beecher.
They were not
Create
in
the
there.
suffering. You have to roll to hit.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
12 plus 6, 18.
You hit.
Then.
Now you remember
it's a
your
D-
damage because you
10.
took agonizing blast. right?
Yeah, D10
So
plus
it's a
4.
D10 plus your enormous charisma.
All right,
This is
5 damage.
Okay, not bad. So you're like,
What?
so you guys, as this is unfolding,
Skyla.
you see this rather pale-skinned humanoid man just reach out his hand and this bright blue. You're not sure if it's a flame or if it's some kind of energy force. Just this blue
Doesn't he have the
spectral
same
thing
deal?
shoot out. No.
You don't? It's
Wait,
not
wait,
the
what did
same.
you
He
use?
has not seen this. It's not a ray of frost. You've
It's
seen
not?
him do that.
Okay.
It's different. This is like an energy, and it just crackles through the air, and it like hits one of these little red dudes who flies back like 5 feet.
Gotcha.
All right. Next up, Mantra. You see the innocent people, just
I'm
innocent
stressed.
bystanders having a great day,
don't
listening to some musicians, and all of a sudden a bunch of red devils pop out and start shredding people.
Yeah, but
What do you want to do?
See, you went over this. Neely has like the morals of like a priest, and like it's so.
Okay, but
goddamn
also I'm a
annoying.
nice person and I feel bad.
And,
Like it's.
we don't
I
like,
feel
I'm
bad.
Do the right thing. Go.
sleepwalking and-
Yeah, no, we should fight. I wanna recognize that, like, oh, like that's definitely happening.
It's a question of whether or not you want to use your sword
Okay,
and shield,
I don't even
or
know
that
what to
big
use.
two-handed maul.
I want that.
You want to
Should I
just
hide behind
squash
you
things
against
with
my
the big
action?
two-handed maul?
Then
Okay,
you turn into
so
an
They don't have
where,
weapons.
yeah.
where
you
your
can't.
maul is, well, they have fangs and teeth.
Yeah.
Where your maul is, that's what you. So you're going to roll your d20. You're going to add 6 to hit.
Oh,
That was my favorite little bit.
Catapulted off my
19.
19 to hit. That certainly hits. Now, what's your damage? Should be 2d6
plus 4.
plus 4.
right
So
there.
roll those, add them together, and then add 4. 8. You squish one.
Okay.
I mean, it's dead.
So
Like,
there's how many?
you squish it.
There's 3 asleep.
There's 3 asleep.
There's 3
They're
that
dead
have been
one
hit.
week.
There's
Or
2 that have been hit, and you just killed another one.
So there's 6 gone.
Okay. But some are just asleep.
Okay,
Oh.
very good. And now, Skyla, it's your turn.
Okay.
This is all unfolded in front of you, but you knew something was coming, so you're
them.
prepared to do
Turn
whatever
into
you
an
need
animal
to
and
do.
Eat them.
I was literally gonna say that. I want to turn into an animal.
A big animal.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
big ass
Wait.
wolf.
Open your player's handbook to
A
the
whale.
back and
Whales have
flip
really
through
big
until you
mouths,
see
so you can
pictures
just-
of monsters and
And
animals.
get them all.
They can't move on land.
There's an appendix that has all
They're
the
mammals.
Creature
animals.
They breathe air.
Yeah.
They just need to stay hydrated.
So
How does
there's
it
bears.
get
Oh,
weird
look at
right
you!
over
Did
there?
you just turn to the first page of the
I did.
Appendix D?
Yeah, I did.
What, that's, could you stop? You know what? This is a. this
Matthew's
is
being
Dungeons and
problematic
Dragons,
today.
So you can be someone else other than your normal annoying self.
Bill, it's not my fault. I have ADD.
I'll
Look it up.
Me too.
whatever.
Literally
Yeah,
half of
chew
the
on
people
this
at this
battery.
table.
Chew on this battery.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I can't do ones that fly, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if I turn
Wicked, if you were
into
like a pterodactyl.
She's at higher levels, she can't, but at lower levels.
Yeah.
So remember, you could turn into, because you're Circle of the Moon, you could turn into anything that is a CR1
How
or
big does
less.
that get?
So see how it's challenge rating? That's
Panther. You
1/4.
still have
You could turn
panther.
into a panther.
can I?
Sure. You could. There's other
Can I?
things in
I'm
there.
gonna do panther.
Okay.
I
You
decided.
don't want to freak everybody out too much,
Wait,
though.
does
But
That's
then-
not getting
Are we
killed.
doing any big
No,
cats?
I think
Well, I feel
that.
like everyone's
Big
already
cats.
freaked out.
You're
though,
right,
There's a
'cause
bunch of
there's
vicious
magic
little
and
red
shit
babies
everywhere.
that
You could
are
be
just
like-
jumping around.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do
Wolverine.
panther.
Okay.
I like
Yeah,
So-
and attack.
Meta moment.
Meta moment.
One thing is
What?
that you're a druid, and yes, you're kind of more used to being in the rurals,
Yeah.
not in the city. But you do know that a panther in the city just appearing out of nowhere might freak
Shoot.
people out.
You're right.
It doesn't mean that they're going to be like, kill the panther while there's a bunch of red devils around.
Right.
But I'm just
Do
throwing that
people
out.
see her, like,
Number
turn
two,
into it, or
number
no?
two, remember that that's not unlimited. So you can only do your wild shape a number of times per day.
2 times.
I think
So, and number 3, you also have cantrips in your spells that
was
are
gonna say, if we-
cantrips you can use. They don't burn any slots, and you have some pretty
Oh.
awesome ones.
If we both use sleep, we'll probably knock a sizable amount.
They're already asleep.
I know,
Oh,
no, you got
sleep.
you got 3.
Oh, wow.
there's
But if
6
we-
That's right.
that are
You can-
subdued.
Because
Yes,
if
yeah.
you had
You
the
can
most,
sleep
because you
everywhere.
guys both got like one person killed, correct?
I don't have sleep.
One little of the little baby.
Well,
Mine's
Beecher's
not
isn't
dead.
One's
it's
dead,
just wounded.
one's
Okay, it's
damaged,
wounded.
3 hours sleep.
See, and the sleep gets the most, is what it looks like, correct?
It
So
could.
if we both do, and we both roll as high as Matt, which is not a huge, I don't know how big of a possibility that is, but like, that's like 9 right there from the 3.
I got it.
What are
Yeah,
you going to do?
true.
Poison spray.
Okay, read it.
You extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious, is that the word?
Yes.
Gas from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
What happens if they do succeed? Because,
Did they die or not?
Could Billiam
did.
succeeded?
all right, so
It
you're like,
succeeded?
He seceded from
and the little
Yomi.
red devil's like, and it sneezes, but then it keeps clawing
Nothing
towards you.
happens.
Nothing
Can you
happened.
do that noise
Good try.
again?
Okay, red devils
So
get to
pretty
attack.
much
It's their
attack.
turn, and then Tony.
Oh,
Red.
Tony,
attacking
Tony,
Tony.
All right.
You have to remember to stay in the back
Beecher.
or you'll die.
2 red devils jump out at you after your
Get them with your
astounding
dagger.
claw. One of them was the little one that you shot. He just and like baby runs towards
Oh,
you
boy.
and just full claws.
Baby runs.
Baby
What's
one.
your
Did you
AC?
play Black Ops 2?
I had 12.
Are you sure?
1.
What did you just write down?
1. 13.
You take a total of 5 hit points of damage.
Shut up.
That's
I'll be
Okay,
the voice.
the other
Those
one-
little babies.
The other one jumps on your leg and is gonna just bite you.
Fucking
So
get
it's
'em.
like,
Poison or no poison?
but he misses. He jumps in. He grabs your leg and you like kind of like.
You just like soccer kick him in the air.
Right?
Just goes, woo!
Okay, Neely. The first one attacks you. What's your AC? Armor class.
18.
Wait, Beecher,
It's a
you ever
hit.
played Black Ops 2?
You take 4 hit points of damage.
You know
So,
how if you
you
run the
just write
fog
that
and
down in that
zombies and
box,
things
so now you're down
scratch
to
your head?
35.
That's what these things
The
are.
second one attacks you.
I have some really
Miss.
funny memories.
Can it not
of that.
attack me? Like, I just get bombarded
Matthew,
all
it
the time.
attacks you. but it misses.
Oh, that's good, because last time I was
Skyla.
mauled.
Hit.
Right.
Take 4.
Oh,
Do the same thing again.
Okay.
Or do you have anything else
Tony?
that's similar?
These little devils are
that's a lot.
literally
Poison
just tearing things up,
I have 23.
Yeah.
hurting people. And they're about the size of you, except they're ugly and red, and they have horns and fangs and claws. And they're vicious.
Okay. Am I making a move?
It's your turn, buddy.
Okay.
You could release an
Can I try
album.
shatter?
Matthew.
Well, read it.
Okay.
You could try anything you want, but just read it to make sure, like read it out loud for everyone's benefit.
Oh, I don't know if it's inorganic material though that these creatures are made of.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're
So,
not.
move
I
on.
don't know if they're like little weird
Weird
flesh babies or something.
flesh babies.
You
They
never
are,
know.
they're little demons. They are definitely living.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
A sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point. Oh, each creature within a 10-foot radius. So that would like
Okay.
hurt
Okay.
Yes.
probably
Wait.
everybody
Now,
else.
That would
The-
hurt us though too.
It would
right?
also
Okay.
it would also hurt the sleeping humans. Now you could choose a point
Can I
next
just
to
Thunderwave and kill
like
them all.
so you know how there's 2
That's
attacking Beecher and there are 2.
Yeah.
You could attack
Put it somewhere near it.
near them,
I thought about that, but I don't
or
know.
you could
I
do
wanna
a more
take-
individual.
I don't know. Well, why don't I just do sleep? Because Matt took out 3 with that, and if I could take out 3, then that's
Yeah,
like
Tony,
the move.
Superb.
you do sleep.
So everybody put an 8-sider down to Tony, and then what do you get? 5 or 6? I don't remember
Is this an 8-sided?
for sleep.
Let me
No.
see.
5.
5 d8s.
Okay.
This is.
Yeah.
So there.
Correcto mundo.
Roll all those.
Dice officially charging.
Charge the dice, man.
Yeah.
Look at.
I dropped
Hey.
the dice.
Yeah, you did that to me.
All
Are you
right.
gonna
Roll it up, Tony.
roll the guitar and none the dice?
That was not.
That was
good.
so stupid. That was
know.
so stupid.
All right, so
1 plus 7 is 8.
10,
8 plus 10 is 18. 18 plus 5 is 23.
22. I got 22. That was
How did
awkward.
you get 22?
I counted wrong.
That's pretty good. All right, so 1, 2,
How did you get 20?
They call me
3 of them.
Matthew. No, I'm
No, they
kidding.
don't.
Never once called me that.
3 of them fall asleep.
Matthew.
all right, so now we have
Matthew.
like 6 now that are totally unconscious.
Not
Yes.
Matthew.
This
So
guys, this
basically,
sleep spell really seems
the
like
one that
math.
attacked Skyla,
You know that emerald
the
I
one
just
that
got? I'm
attacked
gonna throw it at
Matthew,
one of them.
and one of Neely's is now asleep.
Okay.
Okay, we only need to do like sleep spells.
Okay,
Guys, this
so
is like
don't have
redistribute
sleep
those
spells.
8
All I'm
siders.
gonna do is
I have to
go.
kill
By
them.
color, redistribute those 8 siders.
oh,
I have the
Colors.
purple one.
All right, you are now at the top of the order.
green
So Matthew, you see this
money.
red devil
Yeah.
that was just about to attack you, and one of the ones that was attacking your friend Mantra just suddenly fall asleep.
Dagger.
As the forest gnome who was previously playing guitar, the small child-sized guitar, just you heard him utter the spell, and you know this spell, so he just cast a sleep spell as well, and your opponent fell asleep. So now you owe him what's called a life boon, basically because he saved your life.
Yes, suck
owe
it,
him.
Matt.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just
You're
I'm just
an
kidding.
ass. I was just gonna say you're
I made
an
that up.
ass. Hey,
Okay, so it's your turn.
I want to take his guitar.
Now,
I'm kidding.
there are still, remember, you see the pale-skinned humanoid is still fighting off a couple of them.
Oh.
Your friend Mantra still has one that's trying to swipe at her. So what do you
Dagger. Most definitely.
I know the dagger's not gonna be the best choice here. No,
No, it definitely is best choice.
no.
Yes, it is.
Remember what happened last time I threw a dagger? It hit the guy in the shoulder and fell to the ground.
Yeah, but you could kill them.
Where's the spells that don't cost much money?
Cantrips.
Much more.
That costs much money.
No, do something that has a high damage.
You have
That's
very
what you want.
powerful cantrips, like Firebolt and Ray of Frost.
What? How far away is Neely and this little red devil from Beecher and his red devils?
10 feet.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna do that thing where I can hit 2 people with one. Or like.
Oh, yeah.
Can I target his cluster? Can I target his cluster?
Yes.
That's fair. So it's like
Sure.
I'm
Rip
targeting
Beecher.
Neely's and Beecher's.
So what is that meta magic feat?
let me see
that
what
you're
that,
gonna
that
use?
shit is. One sec.
So Beecher's gonna take damage too if it's
No,
the cluster.
No.
none of you guys take damage. So,
Which one are you
dude,
going to use?
where the hell did
They're
I
on
write
your
this
notes.
down? I wrote notes. Distance spell. 1 sorcery point to 2 times.
No,
or
you want to twin it, right?
Twin spell. Spend sorcery points. 2 spells level or spend 1 point to use cantrip and hit an additional target in range.
Okay, so you're going to spend 1 sorcery point.
Okay.
So that you could split your what is it, Firebolt or Ray of Frost? What are you doing?
Ooh.
Ray of Frost. Ray of Frost.
Where are the
Ray of Frost.
Firebolt, Ray of... No, we're going to do Acid Splash.
That one doesn't work. So that one's like weak sometimes. Remember? The last time we
1d6, 1d10. Oh no, or 1d12.
This is 1d8. This is 1d10.
This is
Whatever you have better
1d12.
odds on.
So let's just do that. Poison spray.
Bad.
What happens if they make their save?
Yeah.
Ask Skyla.
Do one that has better odds.
What happens if they do that?
There's no save versus Firebolt.
Fine, you know what? We'll do Firebolt.
Okay.
Roll.
So
Calm down.
you're going to roll the first attack. Go ahead and roll.
You can only use twin spell on spells with attack rolls, not spells with saving throws.
See? Thank you. Thank you, handyman. So Firebolt. So roll your first attack roll on the first guy. And add in your bonus, which is +5. That's a miss. Roll your second one. Do you want to use my P dice?
No.
See?
Yes, he does.
That one's a hit. 13 hits.
Okay, so one of them
They're
hit.
naked. So, all right. Yeah. So now roll your D10 for damage.
Which one's D10?
Yep. You might be the only person who's ever rolled using a fidget spinner. 4. That's enough damage to kill the one that he had previously wounded.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So
So now there's like a few on
you
Beecher,
notice that
one on me.
you see this Dragonborn again fire off a spell, and he fires a firebolt, and then it splits midair. One of them misses, but the other one hits the one that you had previously wounded with your Eldritch Blast, singeing it up the back and sending it to the ground dead.
What noise does it make?
It's like,
Oh, I heard.
Oh yeah.
What is
Is there
it?
no cry from it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What sound is it?
It sounded like an angry bird.
all right, it's you're up, Beecher.
I'm going to. Well, first, is my scythe like already hexbladed up?
You can hexblade it up.
Hexblade it.
All right,
means
it is super hexbladed up. And then I'm going to really try and kill that one. That's
Okay, go ahead and
messing
roll.
with me.
Really?
Now with this,
Really gonna
you
get after
get to
it.
use your charisma bonus and proficiency
Yeah.
bonus to attack. So you roll d20. You had your
15,
yes, 21
Nice.
total. You definitely hit.
5,
Okay. Plus your charisma bonus.
5 damage.
Excellent. You slice across it and it's like but it's still like struggling to fight you. It seems bent on just biting or clawing you in some way. All right.
Wait. So how many are left now, Bill? Like
2.
how many are left standing? Okay.
One on me and one on Beecher. Okay, I want to kill the one that's on me.
Okay. Go attack it.
Yeah.
You using the maul?
Yeah.
Is that the only
'cause I
thing
already
she
have
has?
that.
Is like
No.
the overhand
No.
She's
slam?
got a sword and a shield.
Wait, then what is this that she's doing?
This is the maul. It's like a
Oh, it's
giant
like that big thing she
axe
has.
hammer.
Oh,
It's like a big.
Remember, she thought it was really little.
So the thing is that you got this big maul and you're like, ooh, and you swing it, but these things are so small that it just
It
like
moves.
rolls out of the way and
Gotcha.
you just miss. All right. Guess who's up?
Skyla is up. If
Huh?
I remember.
Yeah, you're right. It is me.
So you see, not too far away from you, that there's a little devil guy attacking the pale-skinned human.
Okay.
And then another one attacking this tiefling who's wearing like armor, and she just tried to swing it at it, but she couldn't seem to get it. Now you know that you have a variety of options, right? You have a short bow. What do you have for your?
I have
weapons?
leather armor shield.
What's
She
in
She has
that
a
middle
longbow.
column?
She has a longbow.
Oh, I have a short sword and a longbow.
Yeah, and a longbow. So you're really good at archery. Or you could do thorn whip. You have a bunch of
I do.
different options.
Take one out. She's
I think-
close enough, right?
Yeah, thorn whip is, I think 30 feet. So you're more than
Oh.
close enough. You could thorn whip it from on top of your crate.
Yeah, it is 30 feet.
Yeah. Or you could fire your longbow, which also does sweet, painful damage.
I think I'm gonna do the longbow.
Okay. So you don't drop your mandolin, but you set it down on the crate and you sling out your longbow and shoot.
At
Okay.
mine or Beecher's?
Beechers.
Okay. Roll your d20. Where it says longbow, there should be a plus something, right? See it?
Yeah, it says +5.
Okay, so roll that, add 5.
Farmer Skyla.
14.
Total?
No, I have 14 on here.
Oh, so that's a 19.
Yeah.
You definitely hit. Now roll d8, so it's 1d8 plus 5 for damage.
Is this it? Yeah.
What's your bonus to damage? 3?
To damage?
So look to the right of longbow. After the plus, what's it say?
3,
1d8 plus 3. So roll
Yeah.
a d8 and then add 3. And tell me the total.
8, 11.
Yes.
Good shot.
So you're like, and it misses, and then you see this arrow go whoosh, and like impale it, and it just
And it's
stops
me.
moving. It's like
It's
dead,
at
dead.
Beecher's though. I thought it was Beecher's.
Oh, you said Beecher's?
Yeah, I said Beechers because I
Okay.
just wanted to make it right.
Yeah, so that pesky little one that just wouldn't die, like an arrow just impales it, and it like skids to a board and stops. It's just dead.
Rip.
Rip.
The last one, looking around desperately at its friends
But
who are
no.
sleeping, just decides to claw out at you again
Does he run away? Because you know what happens if he runs away.
and misses. He's like,
I didn't know what you guys did.
missed
but I
it.
instantly
Yeah.
knew you were gonna say throw a dagger.
but he missed. All right, your turn. There's still one standing.
Why does it sound like an angry bird?
And 6 of them who are
Yeah,
sleeping.
and then we have to.
No, wait,
No,
there's 6
seriously.
There's
They have to roll
There's
well.
6 who are sleeping.
Sleeping red
remember?
devils or sleeping
Sleeping
Yeah.
red devils and 2 sleeping people. But there's one active, awake red devil who's just ducking and bobbing and weaving and fighting
He's
the
pissing
tiefling.
me off, is what he's doing.
Yeah, he's fighting your friend Mantra and
No.
No.
Well, would you say?
please don't waste a 2nd level spell on this dumb creature. Just
Throw a
use
dagger.
any of these
Just throw
million
a
other
dagger.
spells that you have.
Please do a
Or
dagger.
throw a dagger.
Please, please.
Fine, I'm gonna throw it. Can I don't want to throw the dagger.
Matthew,
No,
Can I wait till he
pick it
comes
up.
up and can I just kabam him out of the air?
first of all, I will say that all the dice we are using currently are courtesy of Vance, who is a fan from last season, who bought all these dice from Skull Splitter, and they are awesome.
They're
So
awesome.
that's what we're playing with. But Matthew, if you throw a dagger, I will
No.
let you roll
Yeah,
with the very heavy. This
Wait,
is a very,
so
this is
you
a
would
very
die?
special dice. This is
No.
from Envenomate Designs.
Nobody would die. The red
And
the
this- I thought
devil
it was
that's
gonna
on
get
me
you.
would die.
This is
No,
the,
I'm just gonna
the
whip my dagger.
brutalist. This is the brutalist. It's literally the name of the product.
What is that? What
It's
is
a metal. Feel how heavy it is. It's a metal die called the Brutal. It's from the Brutalist series from Envenomate. So, if you promise to roll a dagger, I'll let you roll that.
I'm rolling the dagger. Well, I'm not rolling the dagger.
You're rolling
I'm just gonna
throwing
You
it?
just side
no, and the thing is, like, I have this cool robe, so it's just like, not so
Whip a
like,
dagger.
Assassin's Creed
Absolutely.
style, just out of a
Let's
hidden
see if it works.
blade
You have
that
to go pick
shoots
it up
out.
after.
8. Oh, rip. It's just like last time.
Plus what?
Oh, wait, no, I got a good.
You have
8 plus dex, right?
Plus 2, 10. Dex?
plus your proficiency bonus. So 12. You hit.
Oh,
See?
dope.
Good job. So roll a d4
Probably
and
not.
add your dex bonus, and that's your. You did. Good job, O'Malley.
He did that.
I get 6, I killed this guy.
Yep. You got a dagger kill. See? Life is good.
Dude,
You have to go get it now.
I'm gonna make sure I go
All
get
right.
the dagger.
So, immediately after you throw this dagger, there's no more of the vicious sounds and clawing and snarling.
Can we
of
not
these
just
little
step on
red
their heads
creatures.
if they're
Wait.
asleep?
You see that there's a group of 3 of them here, a group of 3
You
of them
should,
here,
like, tie
and
them
then
up.
2 humans that you sleeped. Now the crowd around, remember that this has only been like a matter of like 12 seconds. So like this all happened really fast.
Everyone's
Each
like,
It was like
turn
a
is
chunk.
6 seconds.
Oh.
Think
So
about it
you-
like that.
You know, the crowd around you guys is still just recovering, and now there's like gasps of awe,
12
and there's people who are like, oh, like, and people murmur.
Murmur.
I'm like, and like
do
somebody's
you,
like,
like-
should we call the constables? What should
When
we
do
do?
you expect to see like all different kinds of like beings if it was like
you're
the
looking-
Yes,
harvest?
it's not like
Or clap your
yeah.
ass.
There are
Bad.
other elves, dwarves,
No.
half elves. There are halflings. There are a whole bunch of different races here.
Okay.
But
Are they
you guys
scared of us?
basically just like
They better be. Or
did a whole bunch of stuff,
I
right?
don't know if
Yeah.
I want them to be scared of us because I don't want them to be like.
No one seems
but
to be
we're, like,
scared of you. If
Okay.
anything,
I don't-
they're just concerned about like what to do with
What
the
just
ones that are
happened?
sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like we
I'm
just
with
gotta kill
like
some of
without
those.
hesitation, and I'm just gonna walk over to each one that is sleeping, and
Wait,
with
save
my
one.
scythe cut off each one of its heads.
Well,
You do. Unless anybody stops Beecher.
What is
You-
without
Should
hesitation?
we save one? At
that
least
just
try
like
to
a
figure out where it
movement you
came
use,
from.
like-
I might be able to
just
talk
that's
to-
like
It just
Nah.
means he walks up and goes like he's cutting wheat.
Okay.
I would just.
Except
Honestly, I would
heads.
just be like, okay.
Okay.
No, maybe
Okay.
we should keep one
And
of
see,
them.
that's what
That's
I'm
so
saying.
unlike you to say. You
Yeah,
really
you
is.
could.
you want to just.
You
walk
guys are
away.
actually you're actually talking to Mantra.
What if we use it as like a trap?
Yeah.
No,
you're actually
like,
talking about.
not at all
this.
what I
Can
was-
they roll insight?
Okay, not at all what I was
Can we
thinking.
roll insight?
Do
You
I
could
know what
roll
these things
insight.
are? Are these like a common little thing I've seen? Or I'm like, holy shit!
Does
Like,
anyone
what
know
are
what
these?
these are, though?
Unfortunately, none of you have made your Arcana roll, so I can't really tell you exactly what they
Can
are.
I make an Arcana roll?
actually keep one. I'm gonna kill all the others.
Okay.
Keep one
How do you
sleepy
keep
boy.
the one that you're not killing?
There's gotta be some way to bond it
Okay.
or something.
You got zip ties?
Oh, right.
Does anyone have a rope?
Probably good.
Wait, do I have that
See,
vine?
I have a
from
now you
thorn
have
whip.
reason to go to the city. You need to go shopping.
Wait, do
Big
I have
time
that
meta
vine
moment.
that I got him out of the hole with?
No.
I have the
Well, that's-
thorn whip.
No, because
Yeah, true. That's good.
Big time meta moment.
Can she hold
When are we
people in
leaving?
that?
'Cause
Or
Yeah.
should she
Matthew
shoot
has
it?
I use it.
I mean,
I would totally be like-
I can like do alchemy pretty well. I could like make like little gold,
There's literally a general store 15 feet away with rope.
whatever.
You know what, Tony? Make the rope
What if
actually.
she has?
Make the rope out of
Make the
gold.
rope right now.
What if I have my
Yeah,
thorn
if you
whip?
have the thorn whip.
So the thing
But then
is
she can't
that
fight if she
I'm,
has.
I'll meta moment this.
Okay.
The thorn whip causes damage because it's
'Cause it's
thorns.
whip?
Like, so even if
That's
you
exactly
gently
it.
put it
And
around
thorns.
somebody, it'd be like me taking a lot of toothpicks and being like, let me just squeeze this around you. You know what I
Ooh,
mean?
so it would probably hurt.
But we don't know if they're good. They're bad.
Well, then I could use
anyways,
my
so
healing.
You could.
If it's
Yeah.
good.
We're really gonna put that much energy into this stupid
That's
thing?
right.
Yeah.
So here, let me summarize.
Action. Walking by rope.
What perhaps you would do is have the strongest person in the party grapple this little demon. Hey, strong person. So there would be a strength check. This is how the game would work. Be like, I grapple. The demon has a -2 to its roll because it's small, like a baby. So it rolls a 7. As long as you roll higher than a 7,
Well, it's
you have
asleep.
effectively grappled it. That's what I mean.
When it wakes up.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So meanwhile, Yomi, the practical Dragonborn, is like, how bubbery. I'm going to just go buy a rope. And he goes over to the general store and he buys a rope and he comes back and then you tie up this little demon. In the meantime, the crowd has gathered around you and there's still 2 sleeping humans.
Okay, meta moment. What time is it? Like, I need.
It's almost time to go. That's why I need to know what you do with
Wake
the
up
sleeping
the
humans.
people.
Yo,
You wait
oh,
them all
do we
up.
just
No,
wait for them to
no,
wake
no, no. This spell only lasts a certain amount of time.
Okay.
The less they know, the better. I don't need them seeing my
What,
face.
the crowd around you is
Yeah,
not sure
true.
how to feel about this.
Right.
Oh, I
No,
have the gift
I
of
think we
gab.
should leave
Yes,
it.
you do.
Why don't I just like kind of be like, all right, everyone. I know this is a lot to take in for one day,
Yes.
but let's
Yeah.
just all go home
Yeah, that's perfect.
and reflect.
Nothing even happened.
And then all
Eat some
the
Cheetos.
audience.
No,
just like,
they all
let's go.
Okay, Tony, well
1
played.
minute.
Roll persuasion. So look up your persuasion.
Do I use the 20?
You use the
I have
D20.
really high persuasion. I have +6.
Okay,
Wow.
roll it.
And then what
and
if
then
we
add your 6.
we can like run away or move away, and
10.
then someone can wake them
You
up
roll
with
the 10?
magic,
No,
so
I
we
got
don't
a
have to be
4.
there.
Okay, that's fine. The crowd doesn't need much
Oh.
persuading. They're like happy that you guys dealt with this, and they're like, yeah, good. You hear
Yeah,
people like,
okay.
that's a good idea. Let's, and then like people start to just like leave.
I'm like,
They're like,
guys,
all
people-
right,
So
all right.
there's red demon bodies all over the
You don't
ground.
want this?
There's like blood and guts and
You guys are basically all that remains, and you're looking at each other.
Can I
and
pull out my pipe and offer them
You
a quick
can't.
smoke?
They don't remember that you don't know each other yet.
Out of your way to make.
No, I know.
Yeah, but
That's
we
how I
just
make
keep ass
friends.
together.
No, I don't
The forest
trust.
right?
gnome pulls out the
Hey.
pipe and asks if you want to smoke pipe.
What do we
with him.
smoke?
You're a dragon boy.
What are we
Touching
smoking?
this?
Yeah.
This is no
What are we smoking?
grass.
I feel like I have to be the mom friend in this first encounter.
No. First off, I'm
I
old
feel
as
like-
shit. I can barely breathe. Like running up, like walking up a flight of stairs, I'll probably
good
start
for your
breathing
dragon
heavy.
arthritis.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Second
Like-
off, I have never met you in my life.
Okay.
You're creeping me out. Get away from me, or else I'm a firebolt your
chill
ass.
out
The grumpy
and take
old
some of the pipe,
dragonborn.
I'm a
okay?
firebolt your ass.
The drumpy old
Jumpy?
dragonborn is he refuses your polite invitation.
God,
Um,
dude.
However, you guys do hear somebody saying like, I think
got
the
wine,
constables
too.
are coming. So
We're out.
you see a number of inns and taverns along the street, just down the block that you could duck into if you so desired. And that's where we'll leave off. This first episode of D&D with high school students, season 3. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, click that little notifications bell, and stay tuned for next week's episode where we'll find out if everybody makes friends and goes on an adventure or not.
I have a feeling it's not gonna happen.